Welcome back to another Bazaar video in the Final Fight series. Today we have Vanessa versus Vanessa. It's a battle of the pirates. We're on 9 wins as usual, and we are sailing around the archipelago in our flagship. And this flagship build is a little bit different to how I'd normally build it. I haven't gone with the crow's nest this time, which obviously locks us into just a single weapon item, but gives us lifesteal. Instead, I'm going with a lot of different weapons, and I'm hoping to make the build a little bit faster, and so we can win through speed rather than the lifesteal keeping us in the fight for longer. So it's a little bit of a glass cannon build. We've got a turbo bayonet, which is going to be permanently hasting the flagship, which is pretty handy. We've got a sextant to give a bit more haste and some more crit to the build. The shark claws will buff the weapons a little bit and provide a little bit more damage. And the revolver and pet rock obviously give more damage, and they also help to give multicast to the flagship. In terms of the skills, Hunker Down is going to give us some shield when we hit half health. We're going to get 10 damage to all our weapons every time we crit, so this will ramp up our damage quite quickly as long as we're critting. And Stunning Strike is going to freeze one of their items for 6 seconds once we crit. So we're kind of heavily relying on critting. Most of the items are between about 50 and 60 crit. So we've got a decent chance of getting fair few crits off pretty early into the fight. But if we're really unlucky, then obviously, I think we're doomed. If we're lucky and we get lots of crits, I think we'll go pretty well. Against the Vanessa, could be any one of a number of builds. Most likely, I think Crow's Nest. I don't know if we beat Crow's Nest. I think they might be able to survive our initial onslaught and kill us before we can ramp our damage enough to kill them. But the only way we're going to find out is to start the battle. So let's do that now. Let's see if we can get to 10 wins, and let's see if we can beat this Vanessa. Alright, here we go.
But if you insist.
And it's a spear build. Interesting. Okay, it's got lifesteal, which is problematic, and we're in a little bit of trouble. I think we'll survive one more hit. One more hit. Yes, we just got there. That skill that gave us the shielding saved us for sure.
No, each bounty gets us closer to victory.
Alright, 10 wins, good result. I don't think what we've come up with is better than the Crow's Nest builds, but it's good to know that you can still make a viable build without coming across a Crow's Nest, because that could happen in a run. If you never get it, you can still sort of make things work. I think we kind of heavily relied on a few different things. The turbo bayonet's obviously incredibly useful to have that flagship hasted all the time. It's literally doubling the DPS of the flagship as soon as the flagship starts firing its first shots. So that's obviously very strong. Get a bit of ramp off the improvised weaponry, and obviously that Hunker Down skill did save our lives in the fight. So that was a pretty clutch skill to have. But yeah, so it was a fun build. But anyway, I'll wrap the video up here. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.